Someone comes to you and they're going through something, they want to talk about it. There are a few things that we can do that are helpful, and sometimes there are a few things that we can do that might not be so helpful. It depends, but here's some things to think about with some research. So when someone comes to us and they're going through shit, obviously they're feeling bad about it, and because of how close we are with them, we also feel bad that they're going through shit. And when we feel bad, we want to fix it, right? And if you want to fix it, we tend to give advice. Now, there's nothing wrong with giving advice, but a lot of the times that's not what they need. They need your tidiness. Well, these aren't, my tidiness are under here, but they need your tidiness, your ears, just to be able to listen. And if you can sit through the discomfort and not try and fix whatever they're going through and just listen to what they have to say, even when they ask for advice, just ask them, tell me more, just get them to So here's what the research says. They had people talk to others when they were going through shit, and in one group they had people just venting, just telling everything, and the other person just listened. In the other group, they talked a bit, and the other person gave advice unsolicited. And then in another group, they vented a bit, and then they asked for advice, and they received some advice. Now in both groups where they asked for advice and where they didn't feel as good as when the other person just listened to them. In the both advice-giving conditions or groups, they weren't feeling so good about receiving the advice. So what does this mean? What does this research actually mean for us? One, it means we need to, when someone comes to us and they're going through shit and they're telling us about it, we need to be able to be comfortable being uncomfortable as they just talk through it, or if they can't, just sit in the discomfort anyway. The number one priority is just to be there for them instead of giving advice. Now, there's nothing wrong again with giving advice, but it's not usually as effective or as helpful. Usually what happens when we give advice is we feel a bit more comfortable about the situation because we feel like we've helped, objectively helped by giving advice, but that might not make the other person feel better, and usually this is what the research says, is that oftentimes it doesn't. So the most important thing you can do is just to be there for them, listen if they are talking, and if they're not talking, maybe try get them to, and if they aren't talking, just be there. And if you can just sit with them in the discomfort, in their discomfort and your discomfort, that's going to be far more effective and helpful in the long run. So a quick recap: use your tidiness more than your waha, and especially with guys, because guys will ask for advice and will definitely want to give advice. So be careful and try to sit in the discomfort and just listen. That's it. Peace. I'll see you tomorrow.